Hi everyone. Hello, participants. Thank you for joining with us. And we have today with us Indu Vaishnavi ji. So, she's dietitian. And our today's topic is heart healthy oils. So, it is very interesting topic. It is very important to know to which oils we have to take in cooking. So, this is very important topic and very interesting topic to know the things. I will just give you some information about ma'am. So she's MSc Food and Nutrition. She has done it. She's a dietitian. She has working experience of about 10 years. Also, she has done food safety consultants. She's a internal auditor certified also and food safety trainer also. And she's doing this job about 10 years now, and now she's going to tell us about heart healthy oils. So which oil we have to use in our cooking, she's going to explain us. So not taking much time, I'm going to hand over to you. Just one poll we will take, that which how our participant are getting to know about about our sessions. I'm launching the poll. Everyone can give their answers, like where do you get to know about this session, about today's session. So just click on the options and you will able to give the answer. I will just end the poll in 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so we are getting the answer. I will end the poll and okay, sharing the results. So we are getting the answer that we are they are able to know from WhatsApp. Thank you so much, participant, for joining the session. Also, our FB participants. And now I will be handovering to ma'am that you can start the session.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Indu Vaishnavi. Today's session is about heart-healthy oils. Oils are major source of fats. Fats are required for the body for nutrient absorption and certain functions in the human body. When we talk about fats, there are lots of confusions and misunderstandings circulating between our fats. First, we will see the classification of fats, because oils are major source of fats. So fats are classified into two types. It's good fats and bad fats. Good fats are again categorized as MUFA, PUFA, omega-3 and omega-6, which are known as essential fatty acids. When we come to bad fats, it's segregated as trans fats and saturated fats. To be more generic, good fats remain liquid in room temperature, all our cooking oils, whereas bad fats remain solid in room temperature, like butter, ghee, etc. When we talk about heart-healthy oils, what are the criteria that our cooking oils should meet to be heart-friendly in nature? First, it should be cholesterol-free, it should be trans fat-free, next, it should be less in saturated fat and high in unsaturated fats. To be more precise, it's more important for us to the type of oil we choose, the quantity and quality also matters a lot, which finally decides a healthy life. Today, here I have segregated 6 types of oil which are heart-friendly in nature. They do have their own pros and cons, so the selection of oil depends on your cooking purpose on day-to-day basis. First and foremost, we will look into the peanut oil, which is formerly known as groundnut oil. So this peanut oil is segregated from the groundnuts. This is the oil extracted from the peanut. Why it is heart-friendly in nature? It is rich in both MUFA and PUFA. It has a natural antioxidant vitamin E, which helps to reduce LDL and triglycerides, thus reducing the risk of heart disease. One more added advantage of this oil is it's devoid of trans fats and cholesterol. Secondly, when we fry foods in peanut oil, it does not absorb the flavors of food in the oil. Next, we are going to look into the uses of cooking in peanut oil. It can be used for frying as it has high smoking point around 230 degrees Celsius. Then stir frying, seasoning, etc. Second, we are going to see about soybean oil. Soybean, which we use in our biryanis and rice preparations, and this is the oil extracted from the soybean. What's more specialty about soybean oil? It's rich in essential fatty acids, especially omega-3. It has plant sterols and antioxidants, which helps to prevent us from stroke and heart attack. Its uses in cooking widely ranges from roasting, baking, grilling, frying, etc. Next oil we are going to see about is sesame oil, which is otherwise commonly known as tin oil or gingerly oil. This gingerly oil is extracted from sesame seeds, which is white in color. In my sample, it's also black in color. So the sesame oil after extraction from seeds will be like this, which has a strong flavor of gingerly seeds. What's more special about this oil is that it has 82% of unsaturated fats, and it has both antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. It helps to maintain cholesterol levels in the body, thus reducing the risk of heart disease. And when we look into its uses in cooking, ranges from stir fry, marination, and just gingerly oil we can use in the raw form. How like hot idlis, instead of ghee, you can put gingerly oil, and then hot rice, chutney powders, and then pickle preparations. Next comes the olive oil, which is the most trending oil in the present generation. As I don't have the sample, I have a picture of the olive oil. When we talk about olive oil, there are varieties of olive oils in the market. So we'll have a confusion which oil to choose to be more fit and healthy. Again, the selection of this olive oil also depends on what you're going to cook for your meal. See, there are three varieties of olive oil. Normal olive oil, virgin olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. When we talk about extra virgin olive oil, this is the olive oil which is used for salad dressing and light sauteing of veggies. But this extra virgin olive oil should not be used for frying of your foodstuffs because its smoking point is very low. If you are more specific for frying your foods in olive oil, there is another variety of olive oil which is a regular olive oil where its smoking point is 240 degrees Celsius. When you are using for salad dressing and sauteing of veggies, you should use extra virgin olive oil to be more specific. Next comes up rice bran oil, which is now trending in the market. It also has numerous health benefits and heart benefits. This oil is obtained from the bran of the rice. The most important feature of this oil is it has both MUFA and PUFA in a balanced level. Thus, reduces the cholesterol absorption in the body and increases cholesterol elimination from the body. It also has antioxidant properties which prevents free radical damage in our body. Again, coming to its uses, extensively used in frying, then grilling, and then sauteing. The last step, but not the least, we are coming to the sunflower oil, which are extensively used in Indian cuisines in our kitchen. And the fresh sunflower oil. This sunflower oil again has MUFA and PUFA, and it is rich in nutrients like vitamin A, E, calcium, magnesium, etc. Sunflower oil, when used in combination with mustard oil, doubles the benefits of heart healing properties, as it reduces the cholesterol level and manages the blood pressure levels in the arteries, thus reducing the risk of heart diseases. And coming to its uses in Indian cooking, we all know commonly it's used for frying, as its smoking point is 232 degrees Celsius. Then it's used for seasoning, toasting, roasting, grilling, baking, etc. When we talk about oils, there's another confusion arises in the market where it is now there are more adverts regarding to cold pressed oils, refined oils, and unrefined oils. So to give more clarity about it, we will discuss what is meant by cold pressed oils, what is refined oils. Both the oils have its own pros and cons individually. So cold pressed oils. These oils are extracted at room temperature naturally from seeds, oil seeds, fruits and nuts, etc. These cold pressed oils have lower shelf life, but immediately after extraction, it can be consumed. It is not undergoing any refining process. But in case of refined oils like sunflower oil, soybean oil, these are all refined oils. You can see crystal clear oil. This is the example of cold pressed oil. What I kept for groundnut oil, you can see a slight unclear texture in the oil. This is the cold pressed oil and this is the refined oil. You can see the difference over here. Refined oil undergoes higher heat temperature extraction which results in chemical reaction. Therefore, at the end result, refining process is required. Therefore, these oils are refined. These refined oils can be stored for longer period of time and have higher shelf life. But the most important thing is cold pressed oil are extracted without any treatment. Therefore, its nutritive value is retained in the oils, so it's more healthy and nutritious. Whereas in case of refined oils, most of its nutrients are destroyed due to the heat treatments applied during the extraction. When compared to cold pressed, refined oils are less nutritious. But with regard to shelf life, cold pressed oil have lower shelf life, refined oils have higher shelf life. One more disadvantage of cold pressed oil is it cannot be used for frying purposes as it oxidizes and produces free radicals. But it can be used for other cooking purposes like stir frying, sorting, grilling, roasting, etc. Whereas when refined oils is suggested for frying purpose. When we talk about frying of oils, there's one more confusion or doubt arises in our mind. How long the fried oils can be used or how many times a single oil can be fried again and again repeatedly. So here I have a sample of oils to give you more clear idea about it. So I have taken a sunflower oil. This is the fresh sunflower oil sample. So it's crystal clear, transparent. Then you see after first fry, the color of oil slightly changes with the particles in it. So I have just fried particles with this fresh oil. You can see the difference. Fresh oil and the first fried oil. And next is the second fry in the same oil. You can see more particles residing in it at the bottom. When you are using the oils for frying, after first fry, the particles should be strained off and should be used for the second fry. So this is the first fry, second fry. You can see the more color change in the oil. When again if you are using for third fry, there will be dark color changes in the oil. Therefore, to the max, the frying of oils is permitted 3 times, not more than that. Because after that, chemical reaction occurs and it's harmful to the body, which releases free radicals and oxidation of oil happens. So, what type of food you are frying in the oil and how many times you are frying in the oil and quantity of food you fry in which amount of oil also matters a lot. So after first or second fry, kindly use the fried oil in your other cooking purposes like tapka, roasting, toasting, or for those preparations. Therefore, it does not cause any harm to the body. So coming to the conclusion part. So what benefits you more as there are wide varieties of oil and it has all its pros and cons. So kindly use all varieties of oils on a rotational basis, on a monthly basis. Don't offer single oil every month. If you are using the sunflower oil this month, you can go for ginger oil next month, then rice bran oil next month on a rotational basis and select your oils based on your cooking methods. If you're opting frying, choose oils which are preferred for frying. If you're opting stir fry, sauteing, just salad dressing, choose that kind of oils for that cooking purpose. So if as we're talking about heart healthy oils, I don't think frying is not recommended for heart patients. But other sorts of cooking methods like stir frying, sauteing, all those things can be opted with the specific oils. Thank you.
It was great information, ma'am. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for this information. So we are getting questions from the FB Live also. Are you able to hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So we are getting questions. So I will ask you some questions and
Yeah, sure.
okay. So we will start with the questions now. Is cotton seed oil heart healthy and what are its benefits?
See, heart healthy, as I already specified, we should look for combination of muca, PUFA and essential fatty acids. So if the oil, whatever you choose, have more number of unsaturated fatty acids and less saturated fats, it's a heart healthy oil.
Okay. So our next question, we will go to our next question. How to use cold pressed oil in diet?
That's what I said now. Cold pressed oil, apart from frying purpose, all other oils you can get in the form of cold press also. As I said, groundnut oil is available in the refined form, but I have here cold pressed oil. Except deep frying, like you can.
Hello, ma'am. Your voice is breaking. Hello.
You can hear me, Shani?
Your voice was breaking a little.
Now you can hear me?
Yes, it might be the network issue. You can repeat it again.
Cold pressed oil, as I said earlier, you can use for stir frying, sauteing, grilling, roasting, etc., but not for frying purpose.
Okay, fine. So the other question is, what is virgin oil? So many are saying that what is virgin oil specifically?
See, virgin oil, it's the regular oil. It comes in case of olive oil. Only in olive oil, we have like virgin oil, extra virgin oil, premium virgin oil. It depends on the oleic acid content in the oil. So if you talk about virgin oil, oleic acid content will be more. So based on
Hello. Your the video is paused.
able to hear Shiny?
Yes, it might be network getting here and there. Okay, so can I ask the next question?
Yeah, sure. You can go.
Okay. Mohan Ghodke, we have one question from him. So thank you for asking the question, sir. Which oil is to be used regularly? For regular cooking, which oil we should use?
That's what, if we use rotational basis, blends of oil, combinations of oil, it will be best cooking choice. If you use for seasoning sunflower oil and for grilling or roasting rice bran oil, then for frying if you could opt for groundnut oil. So some varieties of oil to reap maximum nutrition benefits from all the oils.
Okay. So we can go for the other question. Which oil are good for salad dressing?
Okay, for salad dressing, you can take extra virgin olive oil, and then if you want, you can use flaxseed oil also.
Okay, thank you. There are many questions we are getting. So
Okay.
the other is, which oil can be used for oil pulling?
Oil pulling, gingerly oil will be best for you doing oil pulling.
Okay, which oil?
Gingerly oil, it's the same oil.
Sesame oil. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So the next question is, can we mix two different oils together and use it?
Yes, that is called blends of oils. Even blends of oils are also available in the market with the proper blending of two oils. As I said here, like sunflower oil and mustard oil for heart beneficial properties. So they have proportions. So ready use blends of oils are also available in the market to get all good fats and essential fatty acids and micronutrients to be available in a correct proportion. You can use.
Okay, thank you. The other question is, what should be the ratio of omega-6 and omega-3 when we mix it in the
Omega
oil?
6, okay. Omega 6 and omega 3. See, it depends on what you're cooking. Again, omega 6 and omega 3 is pupa based oils. If it's rich in unsaturated fats, each oil will have different ratio. But whatever oil I have specified here has omega 3 and omega 6 and pupa, everything. So only the ratio differs a lot.
Okay, so we have one more question. Aditya Ranjan Goyal ji. Thank you for asking the question, sir. If he's asking if my cholesterol level is more than, I have to take it in which ratio? Means oil content.
I'm not getting your question, Shani.
Okay, okay. I'm telling it again. He has his cholesterol level high. So in
Okay.
what amount he should take the oil?
What?
What amount he should
He has his
consume
cholesterol
oil?
levels. Okay, what amount he should consume oil? Okay. See, for normal individual, we will recommend 2 to 3 teaspoons of oil on a daily basis. In case of cholesterol content, the fat content matters not only from oil, also from his food sources. So individually, we should calculate his fat amount. Based on that, it is suggested how much oil he should take on a daily basis. It's not just randomly thinking about only oil for his cholesterol fat. Even his food sources also contain fat, so that also needs to be calculated. So based on that, we should calculate how much it needs to be coming from oil also.
Okay. So the other question is how to use cold pressed oil.
I think I have answered it earlier.
One more means they want to
it's
hear it
same.
again.
Cold press oils you can use for like stir frying, sorting, grilling, roasting, toasting, etc. But not for deep frying purposes.
Okay, fine. The last question we are getting is ghee good for health?
Is ghee.
Ghee.
Yeah, ghee is good for health in the sense when you're having your hot rice, until and unless you're not having any medical conditions or health issues like CVDs or cholesterol or something like that, yeah, you can use ghee for your hot parathas, hot chapatis, hot rice in a liquid form, not in a solid form. You have to melt in your ghee when you're having your food.
Okay, okay. So it was very nice session and we have got much more information about how to use oil and which oil we should use. It was great communicating with you.